Hi there. So I recorded a part 2, but I left my headphones plugged in and there was no sound. But it's good because it was too long. And so if you watched part 1, which I hope you did, I was watching a movie. I heard a name, Argos, and it reminded me of the Terra Infinita map by Confunden, right? So I continued on, and all I did was take the names that are on this map right here in the lands of the Custodians, 178 worlds under the Great Dome, okay? This map here, it's also on the cover, okay? Oh, sorry about my middle finger, don't mean to flip you off. So what I started to do was I just started to look up the names out of curiosity in Google to see what it would say. And I just got up. I've been so busy in my apartment getting everything ready to go, you know. But I figured I should do the redo of part 2. That's why I didn't post it when I did, because I didn't realize there was no sound until after. Okay, so let's start with HESPERUS. H-E-S-P-E-R-U-S. H-E-S-P-E-R-U-S. Okay, so there's something called the wreck of Hesperus, and it kind of is like, again, with the symbolism and allegory about where there's a father who brings his daughter to sea. He ignores the wisdom of one of his crewmates, and they end up crashing and having a wreck, and his daughter ends up dying. But it's in an what's that word, where you over try to protect somebody and you end up killing them. You know, see what I'm saying? That's what I got from it anyway. Yeah, it's called The Wreck of the Hesperus. It's a ship, a sailing ship, actually. A narrative poem by American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. See, the one thing that I said before that you need to keep in mind is, I knew this right away, is that Claudio, the author, is extraordinarily intelligent. He knows a lot of stuff. The more that I looked at this stuff, like, I didn't even know who these people were. And I think that's what happens, because, I mean, I was ignorant. I didn't know. And some of these words are in Spanish, which, again, I don't speak Spanish. So then there is the Hesperides, again, with the elemental kingdom that I talked about. Greek nymphs. There's different, I'll have to grab my book in a second, Greek nymphs of the golden apples, okay? So again, this is connected to the elemental kingdom of, like, spirits. And in Greek mythology, the Hesperides were nymphs who were the daughters of the Titan Atlas and the sea nymph Hesperus. They were often depicted as tending to a beautiful garden known as the Garden of Hesperides. Oh, I said that name well. Which was located on the western edge of the world, near the realm of the setting sun. And the most famous story involving the Hesperides revolves around their role as guardian of the golden apples of immortality. Hold on one sec, I gotta grab that book. The Secret Teachings. Hi. So I just checked. There aren't any apples. There could be. But I've heard before about the golden apples of immortality. It goes on to talk about Nyx, with Nyx, who I've heard about before, who's like a primordial goddess of darkness, one of the first ones, who gave birth to a lot of other gods. From just off of memory about what I know about her, there's Zeus mentioned here, a couple other of the gods. But anyway, these gods are, I've noticed, are on different parts of the map. But anyway, let's continue. So the next thing is Hermandad. Okay? Again, it's Spanish. There's Santa Hermandad was a type of military peacekeeping association of armed individuals which became characteristic of municipal life in medieval Spain. There's that. But it is Hermandad. It means brotherhood, fraternity, solidarity, which is what has to do with the Custodians. Then, I mean, really what had me hit play again, or record, I was like, okay, I'm doing it right now, is because I didn't see this one at first. And I mean, I've sat down and I've looked at this multiple times, and I didn't see this one. And it's Lands of Iniciados. Okay? You never believe what it means. It means initiate. Instructed in the knowledge of a secret. Initiated. Initiados. Only initiated members may enter, masculine or feminine. Person instructed in the knowledge of a secret. Initiate. That's the translation. So again, I grabbed my Initiates of the Flame book. I don't know what to think. Let's continue. So there's Nagas, which I explained before is another word for initiates, and the snake again representing knowledge and wisdom and those types of things, okay? So sometimes the initiates are referred to as Nagas. I was actually watching this guy's YouTube channel who was the one that I seen the giant map, the cloth wall map. I saw it on his video. And it was behind him on the wall. And that's where I seen it. And that's where I was like, oh, I want that. It's so cool. It looks great on the wall. But anyway, I don't want to digress into that. But yeah. And he was the one that talked about Nagas. And there was another guy too. So, he was talking about other lands. He wasn't necessarily talking about Confunden, but I know that he had mentioned it. That's how I found him. And looking at the ice wall stuff. So the Nagas, okay, so fraternity, or hang on. Oh, Machiavelli. So there's the Machiavelli Islands. Machiavelli. And I'm not saying his whole fucking name. Niccolo Machiavelli was a Florentine diplomat, author, philosopher, and historian who lived during the Renaissance. He is best known for his political treatise, The Prince, written around 1513, but not published until 1532, 5 years after his death. So, I mean, these people were influential. I mean, I didn't know who that was. As I said, like, I'm great. Now I know who that is. Okay. Yeah. And the Prince of, Beliefs, Books, the Prince, Philosophy. Oh, okay, that's just about him. Yeah, another thinker, just like Claudio, who wrote The Prince and the Art of War. Discover how he influenced the Renaissance with his ideas on power, strategy, and mortality. Wonderful. Pan. Greek god of the mountain wilds, shepherds, flocks, rustic music, fertility, spring, theatrical criticism, and with the hindquarter legs and the horns of a goat, so also known as the horny god, the horned god. That's why a lot of these people in like the Illuminati and with their weirdo sex cult. And again, companion of the nymphs. See what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, okay, give me a second to find the elemental kingdom, and then I'll tell you again the different beings in the elemental kingdom. Give me a second. Okay. So, I guess eventually I'm just going to have to read the different elemental kingdom spirits. The nature spirits cannot be destroyed by the grosser elements, such as material, fire, earth, air, water. Okay, anyway. There's gnomes. The undines, which are like, kind of like mermaids. Yeah, mermaid. Water, okay, yeah, anyway. I'll read it another time. So, the undines, the salamanders, the sylphs, and nymphs are under the same thing. It has pygmies here. See, they're all categorized: earth, air, fire, water, right? The gnomes would be earth. I would assume salamander, or the undines, water. Salamander would be like fire, I guess. Yeah, fire. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of Charmander from Pokemon. The sylphs are air, probably. Yeah, the fae, nymph, fairyland, stuff like that. So there's all these things that people have been seeing. Let's see. Yeah. The elemental kingdoms were capable of waging war upon one another, and they recognized in the battlings of the elements disagreements among these kingdoms of nature spirits would occur. So there's a lot of information here about that. Oh, sylph, nymph, yeah, they're all in here. So a lot of these things are the different words for the same beings. But yeah, so that's what that is. A lot of that's connected to that. These different spirits in the elemental kingdom. And they have, anyway, let's continue. We did Pan. Like I already called him, the horned goat, horny goat. They talk about that when you hear the stuff, watch the videos about the Illuminati and stuff like that. So the next one, Bint. I couldn't find a lot on it. It seems when I looked at it in the book, it says it's their commander, which would make sense because, well, Urban Dictionary, because there really isn't, there wasn't anything else. I really tried. Maybe I didn't try hard enough, but a fint is a slang term for the hole in a man's penis. It can also be used in a derogatory fashion to describe someone. I'm not reading the example. Okay, just for shit's sake, let's just see what happens. Let's put in, let's try commander. Because, like, they are controlled, that's why it's all about the phallic image and all that, right? No. It has something to do with, like, font, different types of fonts. I looked before. Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, let's just finish. Oh, Flint. Never mind. I just seen the Book of Ages, and it reminded me of my book, but it's Flint, not Fint. Anyway, Baal. There's the Baal lands. We all know that was a Canaanite god. A storm deity, Baal or Baal, was a title and had a horrific meaning, owner or lord. In the northwest, I don't know what that word is. Languages spoken in. Anyway, yeah. So that was a god symbol. The bull, the ram, the thunderbolt, consorts, possibly Anat, El, parents, El, we know that word, E-L, El, okay. And Saint Germain, there's a whole chapter on Saint Germain in the Gods of Eden. The Count of Saint Germain, or in French, I'm not saying it, was a European adventurer who achieved prominence in European high society of the mid-18th century due to his interest, listen, in achievements in science, alchemy, and philosophy. All of these people have that in common. They were influenced, like I said, initiates were people of influence. Same as Jesus. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. I mean, of course, they didn't have those same gifts and abilities, but they were initiates, and that's why it says the land of the initiates. If it was in English, I would have caught it on right away, or caught on to it right away, but maybe you're not supposed to because it's hidden in plain sight. Again, with that bullshit. I'm so sick of it. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to get mad. It talks about it all in here. Well, what? Oh, right, about the land, those lands there. It says, it is in the so-called lands of the initiates, and it's in, I gotta see the screen. It says it in capital letters, right there. Okay, right there. Huge. It's just, I didn't read them. I didn't read them. Because I can't take anymore. Okay? And again, with brotherhood, all that, it's the same. Fraternity. Did we do all of these lands? Do you know, like, do I need to, I'm not trying, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little, okay. And I mean, like, Machiavelli. Of course, several battles or wars between the same beings. Well, he wrote The Art of War. Yeah, Fraternity. Yeah, these lands are used for important meetings and genetic studies. Island is also used for prisoners. Lands of the leader with the same name. So what, you like become a deity, you get your own fucking island? You get achievements? Is this what you're trying to do? You want your own island? Like, when I was seeing these names, I was noticing a lot of them, like, weird, like, the island of Gregory, and, like, weird stuff like that. And it continues, because the land of Venus continues. And they're all women, with alchemists, astronomers. Okay, I think we covered them all. I can't find what it says about. And if, yeah, it is the sun. Like I said, true blue. They do worship the sun, but that's because it's the spiritual sun. And it all comes down to this shit. Like I was trying to tell people, okay. Alright. So, I'm going to pause and I'm going to do the ones for the land of Venus. Chapter 5, the lands of Venus. This is on page 19. Extraterrestrial worlds and their civilizations. Terra Infinita. All I did was put their names in a Google search, and if they didn't come up, since I made the connection of science, alchemy, and philosophy, then I just put that after their name, and I'm pretty sure I found them all. Okay? So we'll start with Meitner, as in Lise Meitner, an Austrian-Swedish physicist. Lise Meitner was an Austrian-Swedish physicist who was one of those responsible for the discovery of the element protactinium and nuclear fission. Okay, so Lise Meitner, that's this one. I have to. This right here. Okay. So I looked up Ruth, and there wasn't anything, but there is Rutherford. Rutherford, okay, Rutherford. In 1919, the New Zealand-born physicist Ernest Rutherford observed the reaction between alpha particles and gaseous nitrogen atoms in a cloud chamber. The cloud chamber is a flask filled with supersaturated vapor, in this case nitrogen gas. And again, science, alchemy, philosophy. Isabella, it would be. So again, we have Ruth, Meitner, Isabella, Kunitz, and Gregory. Okay, Kunitz and Gregory. Like, I was like, what? Why would they have a name, an island, called Gregory? Which island are you from? Oh, the island of Gregory. Fucking weird. So, I mean, that's what, I didn't want to judge at first, like, don't be rude to them. Like, what, you don't like my island name? Well, I mean, we have lots of Gregorys walking around where we live, so it's a bit weird. Anyway, so Isabella Cortese was an Italian alchemist and writer of the Renaissance. All that is known of her life and work is from her book on alchemy. The Secrets of Lady Isabella Cortese was also well versed in several fields other than alchemy. She helped, these are all women for the most part, weren't they? Yeah? Yeah. The lands of Venus. She helped develop a variety of facial cosmetic products and made a variety of other contributions to science during the 16th century. Would she make makeup? Okay. Gregory. Again, he has, I couldn't find much, but there's a fellow who has a Spanish last name. I made sure it was Spanish. Cajite. I try. Okay? Again, with philosophy, science, and alchemy. He's a doctor, has a PhD. He is a Native American educator whose work is dedicated to honoring... No, that's not right. Hold on. Where was it? Philosophy of Native Sciences, Natural Laws of Independence. Yeah, the philosophy... Where was that thing? In Native Science, Gregory Cajite tells a story of indigenous science as a way of understanding, experiencing, and feeling the natural world. What was I reading about alchemists? Hold on one second. Here under Rutherford? Yeah, atomic energy with Rutherford, like Ruth. Atomic energy was moonshine, him. But what was that about alchemy it was saying? Because it has to do with the working with nature to improve processes, and seeing the relationship between God and human and nature. Rutherford is considered a father of nuclear physics, illustrating the multidisciplinary influence of alchemy in many modern sciences. So it all has to do with alchemists, philosophers, and scientists. But it's not just here that they're all like, this is what it is. It all has to do with that. So native science, natural law, I think that's who that is. It's all I could find on that. Native science, natural laws of independence. He wrote a book. He's from New Mexico. Santa Clara something, New Mexico. He works at the University of New Mexico. Okay, and the last one, Maria Kunitz. Maria Kunitz or Maria Kunitia was an accomplished a what? A Cilician, like from Sicily or something? I don't know. Astronomer and the most notable female astronomer of the early modern era. Yeah. So 17th century lady astronomer who took measure of the stars. Again, science, alchemy, philosophy, all that. Okay? Great. I don't know what the point was. Because to be honest with you, I know this might, she was a German, Maria Kunitz, 17th century German astronomer in the lands of Venus. Wonderful. I'd like to say that I care, but I don't. I fucking don't. Like, yeah, okay, educate us. See, in my other video, I didn't even see the that one land there with the initiates, and I, of course, you know, like they're written in Spanish, so you got to translate them, and yeah, it's my fault. I know. I didn't read the books. I didn't look through it. Yeah, at first I was like, ooh, a treasure hunt, and now it's, yeah, okay, great. That's why I didn't want to bother reading it. I couldn't fucking take anymore. Awesome. Did you know who does that? The thumbs up from Facebook, Freemasons, all this bullshit. It's everybody. It's everywhere. They're all fucking doing it. That's that. Like, good for you. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Take care. Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, that was a lady that, like, great. She died in 1664, Maria Kunitz. Great, now we know about them. Why? Are they still alive somewhere? They got their own island somewhere? Great, good for them. Why make this big shindig and kabang over it? Why? Why? No, because it's about money, right? It is. It comes down to it being about money. It has to do with this, the initiates of the flame, this, the secret teachings. Like, what the fuck? You know what? It's true. When you look when you look for the truth, sometimes you'll find it, but you're not going to like what you find. And that's happened to me a lot. I'll be okay. I'm just going to go on with my life and pack my things, move to my new apartment, and what am I supposed to do? You know? Because this, like, I don't care who these people are. You might, Claudio. You want everybody to know or whatever. I don't know. Why? Why? Because everyone's dumb, right? I just didn't care. And I still don't. I don't care about all those women that did that. I don't even care if I'm smart like them in any way. I don't care. All these people that I like have turned out, even Ken, from that theory of whatever, with all that Greek lettering shit, it's all about alchemy, science, philosophy, all this bullshit. I don't care. But, like, I don't give a fuck who any of those people are. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care if these people don't like me, they block me, they don't want to talk to me, I don't care anymore. And I bet you if you just go through these places, you're gonna probably find more, but you know what? I don't think I can. I can't. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of it. I don't know, but I mean, it speaks for itself, right? Like, what am I supposed to say? I looked, like, again, a Kunitz, a wealthy, but it's all about money. Oh my god. I thought you guys wanted a better world. You just wanted a bigger fucking bank account. Oh, I have to go. Take care, everybody. I gotta go. Bye.